Brewster Brian Adams on the sandpit. I'm here with Daniel Thwaite, good man, local boy doing good. Probably the most frothed out surfer on the planet. I believe he surfed 72 hours or something without a break last weekend.
Not quite, but yeah, there were a few. I've been getting a fair few waves lately. It's been good.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's something, I don't know, you just seem to get more excited than anybody I know when there's a swell coming. Talk us through the emotions when you see those charts line up.
Mate, I do like to sort of have my finger on the pulse, and when certain things align, I get really excited.
Do you have trouble sleeping the night before?
I do. It's like Christmas Eve, mate. It's like I'm sleeping with one eye open, and then I'm checking the bomb observations at the Cape to see if it's gone westerly and all that.
Oh, you really? Yeah. You just want to know. You want to know. Do you sort of get angry sometimes that it's dark outside and it's night time and
totally.
You're like, it's puppy right now and it's dark.
We used to joke around about getting up at 2 and putting starting bonfires on the beach at Suffolk and stuff and surfing the river, and things like that. But anyway,
I suppose your ultimate surf location would be like Scandinavia in summer, but with like Mexican beach breaks.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like 22 hours of daylight or something.
Yeah. I don't mind the cold, actually. Iceland could be on the radar soon in the next few years.
But if it was light all the time, you just would never go in from the surf and you'd stay out there till you die.
I've been packing like Cliff bars and protein bars in my suits in Baja and doing like 7-hour straight sessions and stuff.
Gnarly.
And mate, I'm weathered, but I can't help it.
It's been a great year of waves, though, hasn't it?
It has, especially the last couple of months. Yeah,
it doesn't look like it's stopped either. Mate, last few days have been fun, and then what are your thoughts on the next sort of East Coast low that looks like?
Yeah, mate, it looks like there's going to be a fair bit of weather coming again, and I'm just sort of trying to throw some numbers around in my head and work out where I can sort of get away to, because I did manage to surf by myself pretty much that last swell.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it crazy?
It was solid. It was really strong offshore, but I got some big lefts. I only actually, on the big Sunday, I only got 2 waves, and then just got cleaned up. My biggest board was a 610, and but anyway, this next swell is probably not going to be as big, so fingers crossed.
Well, hopefully the winds are okay. Do you think they will be, or...?
I think we could get some good wins from sort of Monday, possibly. I don't want to give away too much.
No, no, you don't, do you?
No.
We're speaking with Daniel Thwaite, busy man, who's the founder of a company called Smart Leash Co., which is here to talk about. I'm holding one of the leashes in my hands, and they're a bit different than normal leashes, which are obviously the things that attach your the surfboard to your ankle, which was an invention, I suppose, back in
I don't know, 70s, I think.
70s, yeah.
Ocean Earth might have made them.
I remember seeing some little history on it somewhere, and the first ones were attached to the nose of your board.
Yeah, right.
And it was actually like a rubber, and it would actually the board would literally fling back into your face most of the time, and were probably more dangerous than they were.
Yeah.
As far as,
correct me if I'm wrong, I think that might be how Jack O'Neill lost his eye, possibly.
Yeah, that's actually, I think that does sound familiar. And ironically, he was the guy who went on to invent the wetsuit, which I guess isn't really related. But anyway, tell us about these leashes, mate, and how you came up with the idea and what it is that's different about them.
Well, mate, I do manage to surf a lot. I'm very fortunate, and when you surf a lot, you break lots of leashes or leg ropes. And in my garage at home, I just kept them all because I do like to be resourceful. I just hate throwing stuff out, and a lot of the time when you break a leash, you don't actually realise, but you've got all these perfectly good Velcro components like the ankle cuff and the rail saver that, up until now you just had to throw out, but now and then there are actually a lot of the major surf accessory manufacturers are actually have the technology already in them, like Decon and Modem and things like that, where you can just use a fin key, so either a Future or FCS fin key, and then you can actually just screw out the grub screws and then swap in just or swap out the broken part and just replace it with a brand new.
So this actually has like two places that you can put a fin key into, so you can actually take off the
calf.
You can hear that. That's a nice sound, isn't it? I like the Velcro.
Yeah, the Velcro.
The calf bit.
Yeah.
And so when you buy one of your leash packs, I guess you can so if somebody buys one of these and they just need a bit of it, how do they go about getting just a bit of it? Like
they can. I've got an online store, smartleashco.com, and I'm just selling all parts of the leash. So I'm selling urethane replacement cords, which is the long 6, 8 or 10 foot part of the leash. I'm also selling rail savers and ankle cuffs in either a small or a regular size. And I'm even selling swivels and the grub screws if you need some more of them, because a lot of the old brands had brass swivels and they tend to rust. So
wow.
So they're totally interchangeable. I'm selling leash packs as well. So say if you're going to Indo or on a big trip, you can just have one cuff, one rail saver, and then you'll have a comp cord, so that's 6 foot by 5.5 mil, and that's the small wave leash. Then I've got the 6 foot by 7 mil diameter regular cord, and then I've got an 8 foot by 8 millimeter big wave cord. So.
Now, just talk us a little. I'm quite interested to find out. A lot of people come up with ideas and stuff like that, and usually it's because they're sitting around smoking weed with their friends or something, and then nothing ever comes of it. But tell us about what have been the hardest challenges you faced in going from seeing an opportunity in the market for a new product and bring it to fruition and.
Well, basically, I came up with the idea about, maybe even 18 months ago, between a year, sort of this time last year. And I have previously worked in the surf industry, and I had a few contacts, and I was able to source a supplier of some of the leading brands in the industry. And the hardest part was actually getting just the replacement urethane cords, because I found suppliers that sell just complete leashes, but it was really hard to find someone that just sold the individual parts. So once I found them, that was a big hurdle.
What about the whole getting it so that you can actually take the thing off, having the grub screw kind of inserted in there,
Mate, that's actually that technology has been around. If you look at a lot of FCS, Decline, Modem, like I said, they're all using the same. Even Dion's new brand, Octopus is Real, I think their leashes I'm compatible with. There are heaps out there. At the moment, Balin, Ocean Earth and Creatures I'm having trouble being compatible with, but the rest of them, it's going well.
Good on you, mate. We're speaking with Daniel Thwaite, local guy who's got a company, Smart Leash Co. Check him out online. He's also, been kind enough to give away one of these leashes. So if you want to text in with why you deserve to win a Smart Leash Co, you can text in now on 04373 4119, and I'll get you in touch with Dan when we do that draw later. 04373 4119, mate. Thanks for coming in today to the Sandpit and sharing your story there. And it's just good. I'm always just inspired by locals that are getting off their ass and doing things, and
thanks, man.
It's good to see. And you obviously, mate, you're obviously getting shit done. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for my birthday present too.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Not a problem. Anytime.
Just in time for another swell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it is a comp cord, so if you need to upgrade the size of that leash, mate, let me know. I
know what to do. I'll get in touch. This is a cover song of Video Killed the Radio Star by President of the United States. Thanks for coming in, Dan. Really appreciate it, mate. See you in the waves.
Perfect.
I heard you on my wireless back in 52, lying awake intent and tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. Ow, ow. They took the credit for your second symphony.